Hello everybody, this is Steve, your everyday guy here, and in today's video what we will be doing is we'll be unboxing and installing the Aoocci C6 Pro, and I'm going to be installing it onto my Kawasaki KLR 650, the year's 2024, for those of you who have the bike. Before we get into that though, go ahead and be sure and like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. That really helps me out. I'm trying to grow the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave those below. I enjoy hearing from them. One of the things I do on this video is all the stuff that I do, I've bought myself. I'm not sponsored. This is not a sponsored video. And so everything will be my 100% opinion.
Product reviews and unboxing brought to you by Everyday Guy.
So let's go ahead and let's dig into it. One of the things is I ordered this, and I gotta say the packaging is actually really professional looking. One of the things they did not do on the packaging is they did not check whether it's a C6 or a C6 Pro. I bought the C6 Pro, so I'm assuming this is the C6 Pro. And to be honest, I'm not sure what the difference is. I think it's the same hardware, just maybe the different things that come with it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take this top off. So I mean, I'm pretty sure this is from China, but the packaging is very professional looking. So if this is from China, this is at least a high-end product that they are really trying to make look legit. And I gotta say, so far at the packaging, I'm fairly impressed. So here we've got the units. This is a good quality packaging I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can dig that out. That is in there really well. You'll see there's some little parts right there you can reach through. And so yeah, just push that right out. And so this is going to be our main unit. So let's take a look there. And as you can see, main unit, a nice size. There's almost a finger's width of bevel around it. So some people have complained because they feel like it should be a larger screen. I honestly don't have a problem with the beveling. When I lift it, it's got some heft to it. So it doesn't feel like it's cheaply made like some other things. And of course on the back, you're going to see it's got a GPS right here, and then it's got the cords that go with it. And it's got screw holes in the top because I believe there is a sun visor right here that goes with it. And you'll see those little holes right there, and you got little holes right there, and those line right up. Nice thing about the holes is it'll get in there and make it really easy to screw that in there. So we have the holes there. And then it looks like here's our accessory list and a quick guide. Oh, good. So you'll see there is some instructions there. Not sure if that's upside down to you or not. Next thing we're digging in here is it looks like we've got a 64 gig memory card, which is great because one of the things this does have in it is front and rear cameras. That was one of the things I liked about it, is because for me, probably not going to do too much of the recording from the cameras while I drive, but what I really like is the idea that since a motorcycle has no direct rear view mirror, with the camera mounted on back, I can turn that on and see what's actually going on behind me instead of trying to figure out in my side mirrors what's going on. So I'm excited about that. So we have one camera, and we have two cameras. One thing I think these are the same camera, so it doesn't matter which one goes front and back. We've got a big old pouch of accessories. Extension cord for the camera. Another extension cord for the camera. Here is our power cable. And one of the things about it is you can see these, if you want to, you can simply wire it directly into the battery. I'm not exactly sure if I want to do that yet. And the reason is if I do that, even when the bike is off, it'll be drawing power and I could potentially run my battery down. So I think I might see if I can install that into some type of accessory, like maybe the tail lights or something like that. I'm not sure yet. And then here we have our little remote control. So I can mount these up on the handlebars. And you'll see you've got a little phone icon, a little video icon, and I don't know if that's a video. I kind of see a little house with an arrow. I'm not sure. And then there's that. I don't know if that's GPS or what that is. I guess we'll find that out once we get it installed. Here we have one of our brackets, and that's going to be the one that mounts onto the back there. You'll see it does have rubber grommets to go along with it to help with the vibration, because on a KLR you're getting a lot of vibration off that. And then here we've got our clamp that goes with that bracket, and this is what's going to mount it to my GPS rail, and we'll see that as I go to install it. Here we have a second power option. If you don't want to use this one and your bike has USB that you can plug into, you can do that right there. And then here, looks like we got a bunch more grommets and options to attach the GPS mount. And last but not least, our tire pressure monitors. And this is one of the things that I really like about it, being able to, I do envision myself driving my KLR down some country roads, and so with that being the case, because they get kind of rough and bumpy, I could see that maybe it's a little harder to tell if your tire's getting squishy, so I really like the fact that I'm going to have the tire pressure monitoring to tell me if my tires are getting low.
Originally, when I shot this video, I thought I was going to do an unboxing and install all in one. As I was editing it together, I noticed it was getting kind of long, so what I decided to do is do the install in a separate video. But on this video, what I wanted to include was some of the features that go along with it, because I felt that was appropriate to go with the unboxing. And so what you can see is I've actually got it installed on my motorcycle here, and this is the main screen that you're looking at here. One of the things you'll notice is you've got your tire temperature or tires information right there, which will have your PSI as well as your tire temperature. That's a really nice thing to be able to keep an eye on when you're going down the road, to know if you've got a flat or if you're in danger of a tire failing due to high temperatures. Over here you've got your driving recorder, and that's where it's going to record the videos coming out of the cameras. I'm not going to go over the camera setup on this one because I'm going to leave that for the install video, so be sure and check out the install video after this one. And then right here in the middle is the part I like the most, and what this is this is the Android Auto portion of it, which you can have Apple CarPlay as well. I've never used that. I just use the Android Auto, and so let's take a look at that. And so to activate the Android Auto, what we're going to do is we're just going to go, and we're simply going to touch right there. That's going to take us into the Android Auto. And so here's part of the Android Auto. What we've got is I've got the Google Maps showing up there. It's great. So when you're driving, part of Android Auto is you can have the music going, and you can also be looking at Google Maps. But the other cool thing is also, besides Google Maps, you can use other mapping programs such as Onyx Off-Road. So here shows the Onyx Off-Road. As you can see, you get the great view. For those of you who aren't familiar with Onyx Off-Road it's an app that's designed for when you're going on backcountry roads, forest roads, things like that aren't on Google Maps. But you want to get off the beaten path, which I have a KLR 650. That's one of the things I very much look forward to doing on this. And so with this, what this will allow me to do is to be able to go to those really cool places and follow my GPS to make sure I'm not getting lost. One of the things that's also very important for me when I'm riding my motorcycle is the ability to listen to my music. I personally subscribe to Amazon Music. There's lots of other services that'll work with it, but here you can see it's right there, so I can control it right from here real easy. That way, while you're driving down the road, if you don't like the song, you can skip forward, skip back. The other really cool thing about this device is if you get a text message or a phone call, it'll come through on the display, and it'll have the text message and it'll pop up. You can actually press a little button and it'll read it to you, because the one thing you don't want to do is really take your focus off the road, especially on a motorcycle. And of course, you'll see calls that are coming in. Realistically, you're probably not going to be talking on the phone while you're on your motorcycle, just because of all the road noise, especially if you have a KLR like me. But it's nice to know whose call I'm missing, because a lot of the calls I get, they're not important at all. And so, when you know your phone's ringing and you're riding your motorcycle, it's very reassuring to know that it's that call you missed, it's not important. So right here is also the controls. I don't think they're showing up very good on camera. I'll go over those in more detail after the install. And I'll also talk about how I secure this to the motorcycle. If you made it this far, you must have really liked the video. And if you didn't hit like, please do that now. And if you haven't subscribed, why? You watched my video all the way to this point, but you're not going to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I'm really trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, and every subscription helps. I'm very grateful for it. I'm very grateful for all of you that have been watching my videos and gotten me this far already. And so if you just help me with that little push, get me up to 1,000, that would be super awesome. And maybe you have a friend out there that's interested in looking for a GPS unit for their vehicle, or for their motorcycle, or they want something they can use Google Maps on, listen to music. I definitely recommend this. It's very affordable, lots of features, so be sure and share this video with them. and of course I'm going to have the install video that comes up next. I'm going to install my KLR 650. However, it's not something specifically designed for the KLR 650. So a lot of things I do are going to be similar no matter what model or motorcycle that you have. And so even if you don't have this exact same motorcycle, it'll still give you some very good ideas on how you can install it on yours. This is Steve, your Everyday Guy. I'm thankful for you taking the time to watch my video, and I will catch you on the next one.